back to JB Sports. I'm your host, John Laverne, and today is Wednesday, so you know it's all about the Wrestling Wednesdays. Today, we're going to get into the Raw results, we're going to get into some NXT results, and then we're going to talk about some interesting things happening around WWE, some stories maybe, but let's get straight into it with Raw. Starting off, Logan Paul promo with CM Punk. Weird to see this combination. I mean, I guess you can see it happening because they are in the chamber match together, but I just didn't think this would be a prominent part of the card. But Logan smacked Punk pretty hard. I think that with Logan versus Punk, I don't think it. Someone said it looks like a WrestleMania storyline. I hope it's not. Logan is a good wrestler. He's pretty good on the mic, but I don't think he should be getting someone like CM Punk at WrestleMania. If we have any respect for CM Punk at all, don't give him Logan Paul. Come on now, guys. Let's think about this. Give him someone a little better than Logan Paul. Next, Penta versus Pete Dunne versus Ludwig. Penta's insane. I don't know how I say this every week. How he makes me say it again and again and again. He's just amazing. His moves are insane. He's pretty good on the mic, but it's just the way he goes through a match is perfect. That Mexican Destroyer off of I think it was Kaiser's back on the Pete Dunne, one of the two. It's one of the ways around, but that was insane. Jump outside's insane. Unfortunately, Penta's record in WWE is now not undefeated. He's undefeated in singles matches, but in matches as a whole, he has now lost one, which is okay as long as he didn't take the pin. I believe it was Pete Dunne who took the pin because I know Ludwig win and Penta didn't take it, so it's got to be Pete Dunne who took the pin. But hopefully, Penta can keep his momentum going. I have high hopes for Penta. He's great in the ring. He's great on the mic. He can get some stuff going. Next, you have LWO versus New Day. Calm low match. I mean, I didn't expect anyone but the New Day to win this match. I feel that the LWO needs to disband real quick. Please, 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 please have the LWO disband. It doesn't help Ray at all. It doesn't help anyone, the other two. I mean, it helps them be a little known because it's like, oh, it's LWO, but it's not needed anymore. It was cool like the first month or two, and then now it's here to just kind of just sell merch, I feel, and just loose in storylines. So I think it's time to really, really call it quits. But it's we'll see how long they try to take it. Next, Akira Tozawa versus Gunther. Of course, Akira Tozawa, the best wrestler in this matchup. No, but Gunther comes out to the ring. Then he said that he wanted to have a match, and he had a hand-picked opponent, and I could just tell it was gonna be Tozawa because it's just out of everyone, it just seemed right for Tozawa to be that guy. I knew he was gonna get. I thought he was gonna get completely squashed. I thought it was gonna be a few seconds, but Tozawa kind of held his own. Not gonna lie, Tozawa actually put in some good effort there. He was looking pretty good. Overall, the match was kind of just like a funny match and wait for Jey Uso to come out because then Otis came in and Gunther was attacking them and he ran out, but then ran back in to attack Gunther. But of course, Mr. Jey Uso yeet came in to save the day as most of the storylines go. But I think that this storyline is starting to heat up. I know people are still hating, but it's the internet wrestling community, so do we really care? Nah, not really. So hopefully that storyline can keep building because it's not bad right now, but it's starting to heat up, just build a little bit more. Next one, Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. Pretty good match overall. I mean, Dakota lost, which a lot of people were upset about. I'm not too upset. I like Lyra a lot. I think she is one of the next big women's wrestlers for WWE. I think her in-ring is amazing. I think her promos need a little bit of work, just a little more up there, but overall, they are both fantastic wrestlers. Don't get me wrong. They are both amazing. I just think Lyra needs to hold it for a while. Ivy Nile came in at the end to attack Lyra to kind of put herself in that title picture. And it's just a normal running. I mean, run of the mill. She ran past. I think she might have hit Dakota, and then just ran past her and then attacked Leah or something like that. But all I know is Leah Valkyria is still your champion. Dom versus Braun Breaker. Breaker beats Dom by disqualification. It's Judgment Day. I almost said LWO Judgment Day are always, kind of there, and it was funny because I think that one, I think it was a clothesline. I think that was the fastest Braun Breaker has ever ran the ropes. It just boom, clothesline Dom into the atmosphere. Pretty fun, but I just think um, he just hates Dom or something. I don't know, but it was real quick. He was going real quick. Next one, Seth Rollins. Well, Cody Rhodes responds to Rock. This one, actually, I'm going to go to SmackDown real quick to talk. Actually, no. We'll just wait for this one at the end. We'll wait to the end after NXT as well. And then the final match of the night was women's tag team titles, Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Amazing match. This was cinema. This match was insane. The spots, the story going into it, and it was just awesome. Usually at women's tag team wrestling, I'm not really too enthralled, but this match delivered. This match was really good. I was on the edge of my seat watching this one. Liv and Raquel do win, so I believe they are 3-time champions together, and Raquel is a one-time, 4-time champ herself, something like that. But it was an insane match. I'm not surprised they won. I know a lot of people wanted Liv to win anyway, so no matter what, it was going to be kind of an upset on both sides because a lot of people like Bianca and Naomi, a lot of people like Liv. I would have preferred Bianca and Naomi to win because I think that would add even more stipulations to that Jade storyline when she comes back. Overall, though, amazing match. Great storyline behind it. I love the spots. And Liv is, as much as I say I don't like Liv when she's a champ because I feel like the work just isn't as top tier as it is going up to it, which she did way better this time with this championship, but she is an amazing seller. I will say that. She will sell for a person if she respects them. It is insane. But going into that Jade, Bianca, and Naomi storyline, a lot of people are saying that they think Naomi did it. I'm really thinking a swerve, and it's gonna be Bianca. I really feel like I know Bianca's like a kind of a big face, but I feel like she could be heel. I really do. I think she would be a great heel. Her and Montez both heels. That would be awesome. I I don't. I feel like she might win Chamber though, so that's something I'm a little confused on because there's some people who could win, and I'll have a Elimination Chamber prediction video out to I think Saturday, probably then. But I will have a video out for a prediction video, which we haven't been able to do one in a while because since Royal Rumble, but I still have to do the punishment for that, which I will get to. I promise. I just have not had time. College is busy, but yeah, I think I really think it should be Bianca the one who attacked it. It's kind of like a Triple H Shawn Michaels thing where it's like it was you, Honor, and Jade can be on the Titantron and be like, it was you, Bianca. It was you the whole time. I think that would be cool. Nice callback and kind of adds a little thrill and flip to the storyline because a lot of people are being like, "Oh, Naomi was jealous of Jade taking her spotlight from her when it should be her and Bianca." I did it. I did it for Bianca. There's too many storyline ties in with The Rock being like the I did it for The Rock or the it was you, Hunter. But I think either way, it would be pretty cool. I think Jade is going to have a good run this time. I think she's gotten better in ring. She might still be a little green, but promos are pretty good by her. So get a little more wrestling in, and I think perfect. She'll be a perfect wrestler. I'm really excited for her work coming out of this injury, but I think she's going to do pretty good. Going on from Raw to the next night, NXT. What a night it was for NXT. Moose went against Alexis King. That was a pretty good match. You had the Hardy Boys back in WWE doing their old dance. They had a pretty good match against the Quarter Catch crew. I think North Quarter Catch, whatever. I sometimes forget the name. the Randy Orton wannabe, as they call him, which I think he's cool by himself, and his partner. I forgot their names. I'm sorry, but of course I remember the Hardy Boys. Good match overall. And then the biggest thing at the end, of course, is Fraxium stepping up against the Hardy Boys, which is a dream match. And then Santino Morello coming out with his old music, which is just it's a special place because a lot of people think Santino is a really funny guy. He had a great character going, especially the IC title run as I watched it back. So overall, some good stuff tonight. You know, Oba, he's still there. But the biggest thing about the night is Ricky Saints' debut, which really good match too. Really happy that he has a name now. I mean, of course, everyone's happy about that, but happy he's found his place in WWE and started off with a bang. I think overall, great match there. Some great things. Also, Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace in a promo. I don't know. I said versus. I could have just said they were in a promo, but Roxanne basically saying, "Hey, glad you're over. Glad you found your spot here, but I made this division famous." Which the funniest thing I saw was on an Instagram comment. Someone was like, "You didn't make this place, Roxanne. Be quiet." And someone's like, "That just means she's doing her job really well because she got that reaction," which I thought was hilarious. But it's just the fact that they're a wrestling fan and they don't really know the heel, but whatever. They didn't understand it. But the one of the better parts though is when she said, "You want to know something, Roxanne? You want to know a saying you probably know. Everybody has a plan until they, boom, punches it. Actually, like punched her in the face. Like Roxanne actually got popped. I'm pretty sure, and then she scurried out. But NXT overall, some great stuff going on there. They are on fire. I think the brand right now that's kind of lacking, low key, is SmackDown. Which a few months ago you'd be like Raw was the one that was slacking, but SmackDown's been on fire. So, which I mean, sorry, Raw's been on fire. SmackDown's been a low cold. Which let's get into SmackDown because really the biggest thing I'm going to talk about is The Rock wanting Cody Rhodes' soul, whatever that's supposed to mean. I think that was a crazy saying, and then a hand on the face, like, "Rock, you good, dog? Like, we got to talk about something. You all right? You feeling sad? You feeling a little memorable? Like, what?" But really, I think the angle it's going for is Cody becoming a corporate champion, which I think we all would love for Cody to turn heel. I would personally like it more if he turned heel by himself and then just turned on the fans without the corporate part. But honestly, I think Cody could work in that corporate champion role. He's already got the suit and tie down. He could do some great promos. You've seen a little bit of a more edgy side from Cody Rhodes recently. So overall, I think he'll be great in any storyline heel wise. I think he's an amazing wrestler overall. But if I had to choose between corporate Cody Rhodes or just a heel Cody Rhodes by himself, I'd choose heel Cody Rhodes, but like they're neck and neck on how excited I'd be for either one of them. So overall, weird segment, interesting segment, excited to see what happens at Elimination Chamber. But I think overall what The Rock is implying is he wants Cody Rhodes as his corporate champion. Going from that back to Raw, because this is a segment I said I want to talk about, but I waited till now. It was Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes talking about what happened last year. You know, Seth saying how I want to go against the Cody Rhodes that was at WrestleMania, the Cody Rhodes who beat me at the first WrestleMania he was back at, the one that fought with an injury, and he's talking about how like everything I've done, everything we did last year to stop the Bloodline from taking all the power, all of it. And he said we fought and we won this. I helped you win the title. Like, don't do this. Don't do that. Like he said, I think it was being like friendly with the Rock or something. Like not slapping Rock in the face was a slap to Seth in the face. So Seth is basically just saying, listen, don't become a corporate guy for the Rock. Don't become friends with him. Think about everything he put us through. He beat you in front of your tour bus, stuff like that. And Cody kind of bucks up a little and says like, um, I think the reason The Rock doesn't want your soul is that it's already tainted or something like that, because he talked how Seth hit him with a sledgehammer after he shook his hands when Cody had to be out for a while from the injury. The one who hit Roman in the back with a chair, and it kind of started all of it, which Seth has apologized for multiple times, and Seth acknowledges, get it funny, but he acknowledges that he started this evil Roman Reigns and turned him into the man he was, which arguably yes, but also you have to put Paul Heyman into that kind of category of who changed him. But I thought this was an amazing promo back and forth, but at the end, Seth did say that thing where he wants to. He's gonna win, but he said, "I'm not going for your soul. I'm going for your title." So, and Cody acknowledges that Seth was a Shield and how Seth was MVP because Seth was MVP of last WrestleMania. If you disagree, you're crazy. Man battled with a bad back, torn meniscus or something. I think it was a torn meniscus, that one spot where his leg was like out of like place. It was disgusting, but Seth had some great matches, fought badly injured, and Seth is just him. Unfortunately for you guys that are Seth haters, he's him. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, great segment overall. Love to see Cody turn heel. That's been something I've wanted for a very, very long time because I think it will just be an amazing character for him. And he'll have some amazing character work. But we'll have to wait to see what he responds. He'll probably stay face for a little after and then finally turn on someone. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if he does turn into a corporate champ, you have to beg the question if he'll retain at WrestleMania against a guy like Cena or Punk, which I will actually talk about Elimination Chamber a little bit, but we'll 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 get to that in a minute. But yeah, you'll think, is he going to retain at WrestleMania if he becomes the Rock's corporate champ? Like, because there's not too much time between Chamber and WrestleMania, so you don't know if he's becoming a corporate champ for the Rock. Rock doesn't want to be a corporate champ for 2 months, right? So, but going into Elimination Chamber, I did mention John Cena and CM Punk, which I could see this going one of two ways. The two ways I think is Cena wins, goes to WrestleMania, and Punk uses that favor from Paul Heyman to insert him in that match. Other way is Punk wins, and then Cena's like, listen, best for business, put me in that match against Cody now. So, which a match I would love to see, which I don't think is going to happen, is Seth wins the Chamber and then Punk inserts himself. But that leaves John Cena hanging without a title match, which I've said before. I would really like it if Cena doesn't win a title at this WrestleMania, well, his last WrestleMania, and waits for longer. So his story's like he's trying as hard as possible. He's fighting for that last chance. He needs that perfect moment to win it. And I think that would be a great storyline for him in the farewell tour because you really want him to just win this title and then just not show up and turn into a Roman Reigns where he doesn't defend the title a lot. Nah. You want him to keep coming and then win that title the last moment. So it hits you in your feels. You're like, man, this was a great last ride for John Cena. That's what I think at least, but other people tend to disagree with me, which isn't anything new. But yeah, I think I would like it if Cena won the Chamber and Punk insert himself in the match, because then you have potentially Cody Rhodes as the corporate champ, John Cena as the Chamber winner and farewell tour artist, and then you have CM Punk using the favor from Paul Heyman to insert him in that WrestleMania match, which Cena and Punk have not beef, but you know what I mean. They have story. Punk and Cody have that storyline kind of going where Punk's like, listen, man, you sure you're up for this still? You know, it's really, I think it's getting to you. And then Cody, of course, Cena. It's just number one guy versus number one guy. They had some matches before. They have some history. And all of them kind of just have an intermixing history. And I think they'd have some really good chemistry. But I think Punk inserting himself in that match with that Paul Heyman favor would be cinema, honestly. Because I'd rather have him be in that match and win it than have a three-man match between Punk, Roman, and Seth. I think I think I'd rather have it just be Roman and Seth compared to the three of them. I think Roman and Seth, they haven't had that main one-on-one at WrestleMania, and I think in Las Vegas, him versus Roman would be cinema. Unfortunately, I do believe Roman might win that one, but I'd rather have Seth. I mean, Seth is my favorite wrestler on the roster. It's just true. It's my guy, and I don't want to see him lose because that's one of those where like you see him lose and you're like, dang, and you kind of just sit there like I know it's just a story, but like I really want to see him win. Like it kind of hurts you. But there's a few of those matches already on the card that I would like. I really want Jay to win. Of course, I want Seth to win, and depending on the match with Cody, if Punk's in it, I really want Punk to win. I want Punk to have his WrestleMania moment because out of all the people, if anyone deserves the main event WrestleMania win, then anyone, it is CM Punk. Jay deserves it too, but Punk just how long he's been here, how many times he should have been in that spot already. It should be Punk's year. I'm sorry, it should be Punk's year. And then later in the year, Punk drops it to Cena. I wouldn't be mad at that. You know what I mean? But I think overall, I think with the internet wrestling community, I think they've been very critical on this WrestleMania because last year's WrestleMania was so good. The story out to it was so good. All the stories: Seth versus Drew, Seth versus the Bloodline with Cody, Cody versus Rock, Cody versus Bloodline. You had Gunther versus Sami Zayn. You had Becky versus Rhea. You had Bayley versus Io. You had Logan, Roman, KO, so many good things. You still had one of the Money in the Bank still in play, which they don't have this year. Also, I really want Tiffy to beat Charlotte. That is something that needs to happen. But I think it's hard to try to live up to the hype of last year because last year was just so good, and forever be my favorite one. Not only because it was a really good WrestleMania, but I was there, so it's kind of hard to top it when you're actually in the building. But it's really hard to live up to. But honestly, I think people are being too critical. I think this WrestleMania is going to be really good, but we got a few steps to get in there that we have to get through. So today we went over Raw results, we went over NXT, we went over the Cody and Rock storyline, then we talked a little bit about the maybe potential WrestleMania match between Cena, Punk, and Cody, Roman and Seth. And then we finish it off talking about the IWC, Internet Wrestling Community, and WrestleMania, how they kind of think about it too hard. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe.